Happy Monday, everybody. We're broadcasting live from Air-Cooled Customs, Dark Side Central.
Early for a broadcast.
Yeah, whatever. Such kvetching. He's got coffee. Alright, so this is the underside of some of Caden's bug stuff. Willie. And we're going to go see, hey, Mr. JDM, we're going to go see what Spook is up to. Alrighty. Hey, Grumpy Man.
What up? I'm not grumpy. Never. Well, I actually am. I actually am. I mean, it's not early.
It's early for a Periscope.
It is early for a Periscope.
It's not early for anything else.
No.
In fact, it's late.
Yes. We're almost ready to go to lunch around here, and it's not even 9 o'clock. Hey, it's quiet.
So what are you doing?
Pulling a run.
Pulling a run.
Yeah, that sounds kind of kinky, but it's not.
Not nearly as much fun as it sounds, huh?
No. Well, actually,
Hey,
it's kind of fun. I don't know if any of you guys remember, up on our YouTube channel, we did a tutorial on, I think it was Sex and Candy, Mr. Ferguson's Gia.
Yes, yes.
And we had a huge run down the rear quarter panel.
Yep.
And I've had people ask me, how do you pull those out? Because the best paint job is a full-on wet, drippy, it's one giant sag. So the entire
Sounds
car,
pretty kinky.
you know.
A little early for a
It is
R-rated
not. It is
show.
not. So as a result, because of
go.
my error,
Yes.
I put too much material down in a couple spots.
Okay.
And basically I just did a double pass because I thought it was a bit dry. So you put a little bit more material and then I put a little too much material in.
Gotcha.
So what I've done here is I've backed this out with some polyester spot putty. And what we ended up doing is what it does is it acts as a bridge.
Okay.
Because the high spots, the way a drip, if you ever looked at like the drip going down a wall or something, you'll notice that it's very, very thin on its leading edge.
Yeah.
This bottom edge. Because there's no material there, that's where it stops.
Sure.
It's like the underside of a boob.
A what?
Underside of a boob.
Oh.
You know, the boob, the underside.
I see
So,
where we're headed here.
boobies! So,
There's
well,
always boobies.
It's always boobies. And I'm an ass man too, so go figure. So what I've done with the filler is I've actually made a bridge. So I can actually go the same level
Okay.
as the top of that, the top of the run.
Yep.
So by doing this, it ends up pulling the run out, not going into the underside of the paint, cutting through, causing a rework. I hate rework. I mean, technically this is rework.
I was going to say, this looks like rework.
Yeah, but it's not a full paint rework.
Right, yeah, you don't have to do that.
Because normally you've got to scratch it back down and then repaint it. It's you're going to end up cutting through.
We would know nothing about stretching down and repainting.
No. And that's actually one of the a painter's biggest. I personally think it's one of the biggest things is when we're doing a color sand, or cut and buff, as it were, and some people call it.
Hi, Terrableason.
The biggest fear that painters and detailers and polishers have is actually cutting through the paint.
Cut through, yeah.
I mean, there's so many tools out there. You can actually measure the thickness of the paint to know what you're working with before you start doing polish.
Yeah.
Some of those detail guys are, they're pretty high tech. They've got cameras and LEDs and.
Well, yeah, they don't want to have to, paint.
Arena paint. No, they're just there to clean the car. You can see.
So how much filler did you put on here?
Oh, very little. Just enough to cover the tops of those. And you can see I'm already about halfway through that. And the reason for the tape is so I don't accidentally scratch right there.
And for those of you who don't know, Spook is one mad skilled taper.
You just keep your edge. That's all it is. Now you will have to go through the normal sanding or the normal cut process to remove the scratches from the 800.
Okay.
But you'll notice that I'm actually doing it in a back and forth motion.
Yeah, you got a little up and down, back and forth.
Yeah.
It's not circular.
No, you don't do circular.
Why?
Well, when we get later on into the process, the machines that we use are both DA, so they're dual action. They go around, and then they also go around within their own circle. They look up DA on Wikipedia. What it means. But anyway, so being that they're going around and around, they have a hard time taking out scratches that are round. I'm going to switch boards.
Hey, Rob.
So,
anybody who's just joining us, we're at Air Cooled Customs, Dark Side Central in Hazel Green, Alabama, the world's premier VW restoration and early Porsche restoration company.
You know that shiny stuff that we do? This is how we do it.
Yeah, this is how we do the shiny. And Spook is right now working on Caden's bug, Willie. That was shot over
Saturday.
the weekend.
Yeah, Saturday.
Basically over the weekend. And out of the whole car, there were how many sags?
3.
3.
Yeah, kind of like that.
That's not bad.
So, finishing up date,
We're removing the sag.
We did a little bit of spot putty. It has to be 2-part.
Yep.
The first thing that we had done is hit it with 800. Now I have known some guys to actually start with like a 400 or a 600, but I prefer not to get that aggressive.
It's a little rough, yeah.
It's a bit rough, and our paints aren't thick, so we can't take a lot off. You gotta be real careful.
Right.
The first pad I started with an 800 grit paper wet. It's a 3M dense block. It's a great block, and this is actually one of my favorites because it does a really good job. The second one we're using is also a 3M.
Okay.
And it's not quite as dense. It's got a little bit more give to it. And now that we're into this part of it, I want a little bit more give on this.
Okay. Move that sag.
You want to keep it well lubricated.
How's that water feeling on an 18-degree day outside?
The water is about at 90 degrees.
Okay.
So
that feels good.
It does. And I will change my water out probably 8 or 9 times today. And always going with hot water.
Yeah.
It's just more comfortable on your hands.
And even though it's 18 degrees outside, we've got 61 inside the shop, in this part of the shop.
Not too bad.
No, it's not so bad.
Part of the secret is we have 3 different heat sources going.
Yeah, people always ask about that. I don't know why, but so talk about the heat sources in the shop.
Well, we've got a 4.5-ton HVAC heat pump.
Okay.
That we use year-round. Well, as we need it. It tends to do about, I can get almost 30 degrees difference from the outside temperature the way heat pumps work. And that's not too bad. Then we also have a wood stove that we use, and we have a couple small space heaters for those areas like this room that doesn't get a lot of airflow. So with that, we're actually able to keep the shop fairly warm, so all of your cars are nice and comfortable. So I've got the majority of the high side gone.
Yeah. How about that low side?
The low side is what we're working on next. And I always want to take the high side out first. The reason for the high side taken out is because that's where most of the material is. So anything left is in a low. I'm trying to get everything all nice and flat.
We're colder than New York State, upstate. Wow. What temperature are you up there? Yeah, we're 18 degrees out here. Hazel Green, Alabama, a southern state. Yeah, almost like at Florida. It's 27 in New York State. Upstate.
Holy crap.
Wow. How's the pizza up there?
Oh, stop with your pizza.
I'm from New Jersey, so we have conversation constantly about the lack of pizza anywhere south of New Jersey.
And being I'm a California boy, I grew up with those artisan pizzas with seasonal fresh vegetables and white sauce.
And like mini corns. Do you put mini corn on your pizza?
Oh, you don't. They don't let you actually make your own pizza there.
Rogersville, Alabama.
Well, that's not too far.
Morning, guys. I see Willie got sprayed again this weekend. Are we satisfied with the color now?
Yes.
Yes.
I actually had to scratch this whole thing
Oh, Gray!
down.
I don't know where he is.
Gray! Come here.
Yo! I think you were supposed to bring me a pizza. Yeah. Jeannie Bowman says Gray should have brought us one back.
Is Jeannie Bowman a friend of yours?
She is. She's my mother.
Oh,
So your mother is
hi,
watching you on
Mom.
Periscope
She
live
is.
right now.
Right now.
Oh.
So Jeannie, do you think you could probably send down a pie down to Susan, because I keep hearing about tomato pie and I'm getting tired of listening to it.
I tell him not to call it pizza down here. It just makes me angry.
We could probably
She
do
says,
some
"Hey, Bob."
cannolis and
Aw.
tiramisu.
Somebody says you're cute.
So your
And it's
mom
not your mom.
Your mom is actually watching
She
you
says she
on
can-
live TV.
This is ideal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Jeannie, I have a 19-year-old son as well, so boy, I think I would like to watch him on Periscope to see what he's up to.
Yep.
Let me talk to Giuseppe. All right, yes, that is the name of a pizza guy, not Bob.
Yeah.
We have
Bob. Bob's Pizza.
Well, up there they're genuinely Italian.
Yes,
Yeah.
which is needed. Here it's like whoever felt like opening a Buck. We have a guy named Buck making our pizza. What is that? That's terrible. Have you had a Buck's pizza?
I've
yet?
never had a Buck's pizza.
Pretty good for a tomato pie.
For tomato pie, right? Yes. Well,
Pretty
yeah.
good for a tomato pie.
It's better than frozen.
No, everything's better.
Oh, okay.
Shit.
Somebody said, not you. You're not cute. You're not cute. It is cute that his mom is watching. Yes.
So
We
his
had to
mom doesn't
clarify
think
that.
he's cute?
Okay.
No. This is somebody else who at one point I was showing Gray and the comment came up saying cute. And I'm like, oh.
So one of your fans, you have a Periscope fan?
I guess so.
Besides your mom?
No, you're not. No. They said he's crazy cute. Yeah, well, Mom says you're crazy cute.
Okay, I'm gonna grab the Dawn and get out of here.
I'm done. I'm out.
Jeannie, I'll show you what Gray is working on in a few moments.
Yep.
We'll let him
So
get
the
set
boy
up
actually
over
is working here, Mom.
there. Yes. He works very hard, actually.
Yeah. We're actually
Sorry, Gray, she says.
we're actually going to be very sorry to see him when he goes off to college.
He's
We would like to actually have him
Awesome
out
worker.
here all the time,
yeah,
but with his college schedule, he's just going to be kind of bouncing back and forth as he can.
yeah.
So he'll be working for parts.
You raised a good boy, Jeannie.
Yeah, he did.
All right.
So we're almost done
She
with
says,
this.
I love that he's learning so much, many things.
Did ask Jeannie if she had a good visit with him,
Did you have a good visit while he was up there?
and was she surprised?
Oh, it was a surprise visit?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Man, that's pretty cool.
So
That's a really cool looking sag now because it's got little lines going up and down.
well, that's the actual sag.
Yeah, the other one was just straight across.
Well, these are typically, this is a sag and these
yeah,
are runs.
those are runs. Okay.
That means I got way too much
On
material
multiple problem spots.
But it's not.
Fixed at one. And it's good they're all right by each other.
Yeah. So right now I'm just pulling out the tops of those, and I really don't even care about the filler at this point.
Uh-huh.
The filler's just there to act as a bridge.
Yeah.
That's it. And water running down my armpit again.
It's a little cold. It was nice to see him. That's good. Yes, this is a bug. This is a 1968 beetle.
That now has a rag top.
Oh yeah, and it did not come with this rag top. I got to show you that.
Rag top stopped in '64.
So we added one in because that's what we do. And under the sunlight, actually, it's got kind of like a Green Lantern theme. So we've got gold flecks in this green, and it's just stunning. And this bug belonged to a little boy named Caden and his dad. Caden passed away at age 6 earlier on, well, last year. And this bug is being finished. The whole build project is being finished in order to kind of honor his memory. And we kind of feel him, smiling down, going, yeah, that looks really good, guys. So it's really an honor to be able to work on a tribute project like that.
Yeah.
Hey, Brad.
Then I have somebody else to blame on where my tools went, because I swear that little kid's in here somewhere.
He's causing some mischief. Yeah, it was heartbreaking, but at least there's this way, and like we think of it as what a great thing.
It's a good way to grieve.
It's a good way to grieve. I mean, everybody's got their own way of grieving, of course, but I think if you're able to pull something beautiful from that, then that's got to help.
it's not a fast process, but
What are you doing? Oh, Brad wants to know what we're doing.
I'm pulling a sag
What are
out.
we doing? Pulling a sag.
And a run.
And run, some
So
runs.
we put some lightweight body filler in there. Use the glaze and putty. Let it dry. Run a little hot. Start with a 600 or an 800. Start cutting. This acts as a bridge.
Yep.
So you don't end
So
up
he's
getting
pulling
into
it
the
out.
small things of the paint, or to the thin sides of the paint. So right now this is a level surface, but it's a bit high.
It's a little high, so he's working it down. And there were 3 sags total in the whole shoot, so
Yep.
it's not bad.
No, it's not bad. I mean, we try to do a 0 sag, but you've got to walk a fine line in between.
You got to get enough material on it.
You got to get enough material. It's got to stack up. I would go into the actual explanation about how paint lays down, but I think that's pretty boring. At least, well, I find it interesting.
Yeah.
Everybody else says I'm boring.
But how did you spend your weekend watching? I mean, when you were like not in here, watching videos about paint,
Paint,
and
polishing,
sanding,
sags, and
sags.
and a lot of this stuff I've already known, but it's like I want to see.
You're always learning.
I'm looking for another technique. Is there a better way to do it? Is there new technology out there that I don't know about?
Promise Caden is super excited with all the work. I could definitely feel him with us last week.
Aw. Thomas?
No, I think it was his dad.
Oh, his dad's on?
I think so. Who was that? I'm not sure. Type in who you were. Yes, it is.
Ah.
Yeah. Really, really cool. What do you think of this color? It's me. Yay.
Well, he approved the color.
It's Gerald.
Yeah.
Gee whiz is Gerald. All right, that's good. How do you? I know he approved it, but how's it looking? I wish you could see, like, man.
We can probably
Can't see.
you can take a piece outside.
I'm not touching it. Are you crazy?
No, I've got some smaller pieces.
Well, we'll do that after.
Okay.
Actually, it's not even sunny out, so.
It's not?
No.
Oh, crap. See, I'm in this room all the time, so.
I think it looks good. Can't wait for my next trip up. Yeah, it was great having you up here. I know Rodney enjoyed hanging and having lunch with you and all that. And man, it's coming out just. This is going to be so good. I love this. It's just like, here's the sag, now it's gone. And the runs. That's amazing. I'm glad you like that. They went to Old Dad's, right, for lunch?
Yep. That's
Can't
actually
beat
kind of
Old Dad's.
that's kind of a landmark around here. They're only open 4 days a week or something.
Yeah, they're open when they feel like it.
And then if they're out of food,
They're just done.
They're
That's
done.
it. Bye-bye.
and they've been there. I don't know. The people who grew up here say that restaurant's been there for God knows how long. It just started as a stand, and then they put a little outdoor patio
Yeah.
on it and
Oh,
closed
yeah.
it, and that was it.
That's the thing, too. If you're eating there and you're cold, it's just tough.
That's tough. You're not
That's
there.
how you know
You're
the
not
place
there
is
for the
good.
atmosphere.
Yeah.
You're there for the food.
Right. Exactly.
And that
And this looks
a
good.
little bit right there. Now you do have to finish it out by going through the papers.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have to do 1,000. You're going to have to do 1,500. You're going to have to do 2,000. You're going to do 2,500. You're going to do 3,000. You're going to do 4,000, and you're going to do 5,000, and then you can go over and do your DAs.
Right.
And
But we're not going to watch that because there's nothing to see.
No, it's-
like for the average.
Pretty boring.
Yeah. I mean, there's just not a whole lot that the camera would pick up at that point. So.
No, we're talking about doing a time lapse when we go to do the hood or the deck lid or something like that. One small piece that we can show you start to finish.
Right.
The entire hand polish process in time lapse.
Cool. So is there interest in that, guys?
Is that something you guys want to see?
It would be like super fast motion, basically. Time lapse, I think, is slow. So we don't want to slow down a 12-hour process. It'll be the opposite.
Yeah, time lapse. It speeds it up.
So yeah, that'll be cool.
Okay.
All right,
So you
yeah.
can see a little bit of the shading in here. Now I've got some handwork to do with an aluminum block and some with finer papers, but you really can't see anything.
Right.
So that's pretty much the end of the visual demonstration. But
Oh, okay.
it's within polishing range at this point.
Awesome.
So
It's getting really. That's going to be so cool. I can't wait to see the clear on it and bring this baby outside for a little bit.
On one of our next
Pieces
periscopes that we'll
or
bring a
something?
piece and a part out there so you can see the sunshine.
In the
later.
sun, 12 hours and 12 minutes. Yeah, wouldn't that be cool?
My ass.
All right, we're going to go see what Gray is up to.
Okay.
All right,
Enjoy your day, folks.
so let's see.
My coffee.
On the floor, probably cold. All right, Hulk smash green, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, all right, so what are you doing? You're washing a car on an 18-degree day.
That's right. We're washing the car inside, trying not to make a mess.
Ah, it's like, yeah, no, it is a square back.
It is. It is.
And I'll show you around here. So speaking of Gias, yeah, it's gorgeous. Orange crush, sort of. Speaking of Gias, they're doing a re-release of Pretty in Pink, and the car that she drove in that, Molly Ringwald, back from the 80s, was a Carmen Ghia. And it's pink. Ha! So we'll tell Snoopy to stick it. He hates pink, but we like it. All right, so you're not working with a hose. You're not like freezing your butt off in standing in a puddle to wash this car.
Yep, I am enjoying the nice wood-heated room.
Yes, probably 62 degrees in this part. So,
Yeah.
So what are you doing? You're washing it and then
Washing it, cleaning up the interior, cleaning up the windows.
okay.
Getting used to cleaning this car.
Yeah, yeah. It's been a couple
has
times,
been a
right?
couple
You know every
times,
nook and
yeah.
cranny on this one.
It's a nice car to clean, though.
It is. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's like a creamsicle or something with the
Yeah,
orange
yeah,
and the
yeah.
white.
Yeah.
And this belongs to Doc and Greg, who are part of the air-cooled crew. Greg is our IT guy, and Doc is our CFO. So the blue Ghia. Oh yeah. Let's see where. Oh, that's it's Paz out there. No,
Right here.
duh, right there. Yeah.
Covered up.
Gina, I figured you'd like that. All right, here is. Yep, that's Paz. That one's actually ready to go home, I think. And then we've got Fergie's Ghia over here. This is my favorite. Juicy ginger color. All right, guys. Say goodbye to your mom.
Goodbye.
Bye, Jeannie. Bye, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We'll do it again.